Started in the sandbox, ended in the cell blocks. Same world, different rule. Yeah, yeah. From the sandbox, Tonka trucks in the dirt. Mama yelling from the porch, boy coming for it get dark. Knees scraped up, didn't know what it's worth. Didn't know that same yard turned cold in the heart. Pops gone early, left a hole in the frame. Mama working double shifts, couldn't shoulder the pain. Started hanging with the older lords, learning the game. They ain't teach me how to live, they just showed me the flame. First fight, first lick, first time feel power. First time see a man fall, froze for an hour. Then it turned to the norm, numb to the scene. Turn a boy to a man, way too quick, no in between. Hurt him in his heart, now he moving like hollow. My brother caught a body as a shorty full of sorrow. Damn near 30 in that box, no tomorrow. Concrete tears every night he had to swallow. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, where time don't move but the pain don't stop. We all start innocent and the world get real. Now it's bars on the soul trying to learn how to heal. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, lost too many names, seen too many shots. If they don't tell our story, then we tell it ourselves. From the streets to the system, from the sandbox to cells. Released from the belly of the beast, still breathing. Inner peace, wrestling the grief, still bleeding. Freedom feels strange when your soul still caged. Yeah. Trying to turn the pain into wisdom on the page. Yeah. Mama barely recognized a man he became. Same eyes, different fire, yeah, different kind of flame. Every scar got a story, every step got a way. He survived what was meant just to seal his fate. Now he walk with a purpose, but the ghost still talk. Every dark alley memory follow when he walk. Praying God hear him clearer than the judge ever did. Trying to teach the next youngin' don't repeat what he lived. Loved ones go missing, tears fall in silence. Some names get candles, others buried in violence. If she blind with blue eyes, it's a headline quick. If she brown from the hood, they don't mention that shit. Mothers on the news begging, yeah, please bring her home. Other mamas cry alone, no camera, no phone. Same pain, same loss, but the coverage unequal. One story go viral, the other stay secret. Posters on posts fade under the rain, while the system pick and choose who deserve the pain. Every hour that passes, a life on the line, but if it don't fit the narrative, they running out of time. We was kids in the dirt, now we names in the fire. Trying to smile through the pain, but it's been a while, yeah. Praying for redemption, somewhere down the road. Carrying all this weight, but we still don't fold. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, where time don't move, but the pain don't stop. We all start innocent and the world get real. Now it's bars on the soul trying to learn how to heal. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, lost too many names, seen too many shots. If they don't tell our story, then we tell it ourselves. From the streets to the system, from the sandbox to cells. Yeah.
Listen, can we play that again?
No, man. Cut the music.
Started in the sandbox.
I'm tired of seeing you be off rhythm to the good stuff.
Are you serious?
He was on there like, come on, man. Damn.
I know you ain't talking about me like that. That's sad. That's sad.
White chicks. Shit. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Los 55.
And this is Katrina.
Yeah, we back, man, with another episode, which is probably going to take on a more serious tone once we get into it, pertaining to the hangings and the unexplained deaths of, the people in Mississippi, brothers and sisters in Mississippi. Before we get into that, of course, I got to read this disclaimer. It's a bit annoying, but necessary. So bear with me one more time. This podcast is a platform for conversation, education, and community dialogue. The views expressed by hosts and guests are their own and do not represent any organization, group, or institution. We do not promote violence, illegal activity, or harm of any kind. Our discussions may include difficult or controversial topics, but our goal is understanding, accountability, and change. We ask our audience to engage respectfully. Allegations, accusations, or naming the suspects without verified information will not be allowed. This space exists to amplify voices, honor those impacted, and work toward unity and solutions in our communities. Peace and love, everybody. Back with y'all again. Of course,
so
y'all,
do you want to talk about like what it's about today, and then I'll go into specifics?
Nah, you can kind of break it down, and then you can,
Okay.
kind of
Right,
go into
so
specifics.
Los is kind of being really nice about what we're talking about. He says,
I'm going to try to be as objective as I possibly can without letting emotion take over, you know what I'm saying, the conversation. So yeah, nice is what you call it.
I love that because that's what men do. But women, we call it for what it is, and we talk about it for what it is. I say what's going on in Mississippi is lynchings, period, point blank. I don't care if they're hanging. I don't care if they've drowned. I don't care if they're lynchings. We're first going to talk, well, for example, Tasia Fortune, mother of 4, and her body was found August 3rd, 2026, hanging from a tree behind an abandoned house in Jackson, Mississippi. It's still under investigation, and authorities have not publicly established whether it's a suicide or homicide. Let's go on to Trey Reed. Trey Reed was a 21-year-old Black Delta State University student. He was found hanging from a tree on the university campus on September 15th of 2025. Mississippi already said that it's a suicide. Of course, Reed's family refutes that, as they should. And then we'll talk about Nolan Wells. I've been watching this like so close.
Yeah.
Because I hear a lot of people saying, oh, it's not racially motivated. But this is an 18-year-old Black man or boy, Black man or whatever.
Young man. Yeah.
That went on Horn Island with a whole bunch of his white counterparts. I'm not even going to say that they're friends.
3.
And was found 2 days later, in the same place that they said he was missing from. That's where his body came up. I know that is not correct. Just dealing with missing persons that have been found deceased. It doesn't happen like that, especially not in salt water. So, yeah.
So, again, it's easy to jump to a conclusion, from just the limited information that we have, right? Yes. Particularly because we are from that particular group that has become a statistic in these incidents, right? So it's easy to jump to an emotional conclusion like, oh, it had to be this or that, right? And even if you strongly feel that way, and I'm kind of one of them dudes that strongly feels like foul play is involved, right? I'm just trying to keep it objective for the sake of conversation, right? Because I don't want to sit here and be inflammatory and put something in somebody's head that they didn't necessarily come to that conclusion on their own by seeing what they see, right? I'm not trying to influence you in that way. What I'm trying to influence is something a bit different, but we'll get to that a little later. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn, you talking about within a year, right? You got 2 hangings, and then you got one, undisclosed death of a young Black boy, right? It's like, well, you see it in the news and then it kind of dies out. Yes. Why I wanted to do this topic was to highlight it, first off. And secondly, try to figure out what can we, Katrina and I and other, representatives of these street organizations do? What should we be doing to demand more, to bring more attention to this, to help better protect the brothers and sisters in our communities? When I say I'm not talking about Indiana. I'm not talking about Gary. I'm not talking about Chicago. I'm saying because all the communities are interconnected by the people that inhabit them. And the people that inhabit these communities that we hail from are people that look like us. You know, the many shades of brown to you know, as light as Katrina. But you know, but yeah, so we are all
but you call me white all the time.
Yeah, you my dog though. You good.
I appreciate you though. Go ahead. Sorry.
We all interconnected from your community to mine, right? Only difference is a name. Outside of that, it's the same, right? It's the same kind of people under the same yoke of oppression, viewed the same by a certain system, and viewed the same by a certain portion of the socially dominant group. You know what I'm saying? Europeans or white Americans, right? Not saying all white Americans. That's why I said a certain portion, right? And we trying to figure out what can we do to better bring awareness to this, to better force the agencies involved to do a better job at coming to a conclusion that is more acceptable with the evidence on hand, and to get some justice if it's deserved for the victims. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm saying victims because I feel like
they are.
I don't feel like people that young, man, just gonna hang themselves from a tree in
like people don't do that.
House. Like, yeah, come on,
exactly.
Man.
We don't do that.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, so what can we do as members of organizations to be more effective and efficient in helping our communities in that manner, right? You talk about hangings or lynchings, potential lynchings in Mississippi, right? And you look at the historical record of that type of activity down there, and it's hard to just sit back and be like, "Oh, that was a suicide," and cast it aside. Like, you can't just do that. It's like, damn, Mississippi, this, a couple of them in less than a year,
right?
Like, nah. And then there was some before that. You're talking about, man. I had the
Fannie Lou Hamer.
Yeah, that's you know. But I'm just saying, it's so much has been going on in Mississippi over the last few decades, and we ain't even talking about the pre-civil rights,
right,
pre-civil war or Reconstruction era. We talking about the 20th, 21st century, 21st century America. And this type of shit is still going on. Read that comment, sis.
I'll
read it.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking historically, Fannie Lou Hamer, Emmett Till.
Yeah, but we don't even have to go that far back. But that's what's crazy.
Right. But history repeats itself.
Even beyond just the lynchings, though. Because
agreed. Absolutely.
You know, we talking about, you know, the assassinations. We talking about, you know, the mega Evers of the world. And like, it was just so much going on in bloody Mississippi. Right.
Not about him.
So when you see this type of stuff happening, you can't just look at it like, oh, it's a suicide. Dang, that's messed up. No, it's something else going on there. And I want to know. I want to know what the fuck is going on. Why you finding young sisters hanging in abandoned trees, right? Why you finding young brothers hanging on trees on campus, and that shit's not an uproar? Like, why this shit not in the news more? It was in the news. It was in the news briefly.
Right.
But why isn't it in the news more? And then for those of us in these street organizations, like, we should do more to bring attention to this and to demand answers. Right? Myself included. Absolutely myself included. And I'm trying to figure out if we can unify, if we can get a few hundred people together for some, and I ain't gonna say it's always some bullshit, but it's some shit that's not serious as this. If we get a few hundred people together for this, why can't we get a few hundred people together to go and show support, demanding answers for these incidents? Like, we want to know what the fuck is going on. And why is it funny? Go ahead.
It's funny you say that, because this morning as I was going to work, I was listening to Umar Johnson on Instagram. He has not talked about Nolan Wells for a while, but when he did chime in, he was like, we got to take this to the streets. Because what Crump is doing, what everybody else is doing is not like, they're not putting it on the street. And we got to do that. As vice lords, we have to do that.
So again, now you, as far as being on social media and so we're gonna walk a fine line here. Right?
Okay.
We have to do something.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And that something is bringing awareness to that we are in danger. Yes. It seems like we are at heightened risk for bodily harm, you know what I'm saying, at the very least threat. And none of the social media posts I really see, I very seldom see posts about this type of stuff. I'm always seeing the garbage, right? I'm always seeing all due respect to content creators, you know, I get it, but I'm just seeing stuff like it's garbage content.
Yeah.
Right? It's always something about some bullshit, big booty girl or a guy with some money or some bullshit, right? And you see that a dime a dozen. But this right here, I've seen a few sisters post about it. They get a little traction, but you know, it doesn't pop up on the feed as often as it should, and as much as the bullshit does. I was at work, and one of the brothers who's from Chicago was saying, and I'm not going to repeat everything he said because we can't, but he was saying like Mississippi needs to stand up. Well, we had a discussion after this, but Mississippi needs to stand up because it's happening in their backyard, and he's a member of a different tribe, right?
Okay.
And he's saying they need to stand up. He's talking about his tribe, our tribe, every tribe that's down there accounted for. Need to stand up, boots on the ground.
Yes.
You understand? Saying without saying. You give as good as you get, right? But I was telling him, well, Mississippi shouldn't have to do that alone.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a Mississippi, exclusive Mississippi issue.
Exactly.
Because my grandparents, they come from Mississippi. My uncles and them are from Mississippi. Like historically, Mississippi means something to Black people.
Yes.
And then, as a brother or a sister in any part of America, you still have this interconnectedness where what goes on in Mississippi or fucking New York or Maine, if it can go on with you there, it can go on with us here if it goes unchallenged. Right? So I'm reading this brother's comment over here, and it says his belief, right? His belief is that this chapter of white supremacy is sending a message to other chapters that they can lynch Black people and not face arrest. He thinks this is an attempt to create a civil war or civic war, his words, right? Right. That could be a strategy, but we don't know what exactly took place here. So I don't want to sit here and promote that. On the flip side, I do want to promote us getting together and trying to figure out how we can better protect our communities and better let motherfuckers know that in defense of our communities, shit, everything on the table, right?
But when you're seeing all of this together, I mean, it's blatant in our face. We can't just say, oh, I think this and I think that. There's not, how many Black people you know go out and hang themselves? Seriously.
I've never known any outside of prison.
Exactly. So it's not just what we think, it's what is regularly. It's what the precedent shows. Historically, the record doesn't show a lot of that, right?
Yes. But even still, I'm looking to objectively I want the proper evidence analyzed.
Right.
Because right now I don't even feel like they are acknowledging the evidence that they found. Right?
Absolutely.
Because I think that evidence points to something that they don't want to have to disclose. Right? Because if you have to disclose evidence that supports a lynching, people are going to be in a fucking uproar. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know what type of engagement or activity you might get as a result of disclosing accurate evidence, if the evidence actually supports that these are lynchings, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be the fire to the gas or the gas to the fire.
Agreed.
That says, this was a lynching, and motherfuckers gonna be down there like, oh hell no, community's gonna be on edge, and it may lead to something more. But the fact remains, we need accurate, you know what I'm saying? We need accurate depiction of the evidence. We need the police.
We'll never get that.
I get that.
Seriously, we'll never get that. We will not get absolute accuracy on this.
Huh? Go ahead. What you say?
Oh no, I just say we'll never get complete accuracy on this. We never will.
And this is where I like to get into 21st century. These are not all European police departments and investigative units now. Okay. You got people of hue in these units now. So these people got to be in these units demanding the same thing we demanding too. Because at the end of the day, you are part of a system that historically, you know what I'm saying, suppresses certain groups of people, and us being one of those groups of people. But you in here now, and you can affect change from inside if you just make certain people do their job. If you make certain demands, if you do your job, you know what I'm saying? You can affect certain changes where we can get the answers we seek. In the meantime, those out here have to put pressure on them in there and coerce them, squeeze their arms. Hey man, y'all got to do y'all fucking job, or we gonna be out here. And at some point, us being out here, they gonna always be, no activity, all praying and chanting and shit. At some point, that's gonna turn to something else.
Okay.
I ain't promoting that. I'm just saying that's the natural progression of things, right? Natural progression of things. Tupac said it best. We gonna be out here, we hungry, right? You asking, you gonna start praying, you're gonna be chanting. At some point, you're gonna start beating on the door. Nigga, we hungry. And if that don't work, then we kicking the door in. We gotta eat. So it's the same way. We want answers. We asking right now. But while we asking, we still need to be getting our shit together where we can come together and make that voice that's asking a bit more demanding, right? Let you know that, hey man, this ain't just us coming across like, can you please tell us what's going on? No, nigga, we need to know what the fuck is going on. Like, we need to know. Like, you got families it's like this. If it's your niece, your sister, your brother, your nephew, and you know them, and you know damn well, man, he not cut or she not cut like this. So when the family sit there and say, nah, they wouldn't do this, I believe them. You know your people.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
You know your people. You know if that boy or that girl, you know what I'm saying, cut like that. I can tell you, they gonna tell you Los ain't cut like that. I ain't got the courage to kill myself.
Right.
That shit take a courage I ain't got.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna wrap shit around my neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it happened, somebody else did it. So when the family tell you, my daughter, my niece, my sister, she ain't do that. You gotta believe that.
Absolutely.
You gotta believe that.
And what you saying that, let's make it a little more intimate with these people that have said that they hung themselves. Let's talk about Tasia, 29 years old,
Yeah.
1 year older than my sister when she went missing. 4 kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
4 kids. Just came from a family reunion before she even was found. Family said she was okay. And then all of a sudden she was just found behind an abandoned house, hung.
Yeah. When
And
the
it's
family
still
just said
open.
she seemed last time they was with her, she was happy and basically emotionally good, calm,
Intact.
right?
Yep.
You don't go from that. You don't go
Crazy.
from that to just fuck it, I'm finna kill myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, nah, man. Hell
So
no.
as a family member of a missing person, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a family member that has somebody that supposedly hung themselves. I can't even do that together. But what I would ask for is a separate investigation of what the state has tried to give. Is that wrong? Because I don't trust the state.
So you mean
Especially
an independent,
yes.
right?
Mhm.
With no governmental ties,
Right.
so to speak, right? Yeah, I think independent review boards, they exist. I don't know if they exist for that because the sharing of evidence has to be limited. Otherwise, you contaminate or lose or destroy, right? Important aspects of the investigation.
Absolutely.
But even still, some of us can have access to the readable information that you can copy, right? We can read and have access to the pictures. And then you never know what type of ideas or questions that sparks in a different kind of mind, right? Fresh eyes, fresh mind can give you all type of stuff. When you've been doing this for so long, you become jaded. Or you just don't give a fuck. And you be like, man, the easy way out is to type suicide or cause of death unknown. And I'm going going home for the day, man. I'm going to be with my girl. I'm just saying. That's what?
What'd you just say?
Yeah, so you missed all that.
No, I didn't miss it, but it just went like a totally different way. And I was like, huh?
It didn't, because I was saying, as a cop, you could just want to fast track this, and in the urge to be expedient, you can say the cause of death was unknown, suicide, or whatever's convenient, just to be done with it, so you can get home, get done with your shift, and get home with your girl. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my girl, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
I gotcha.
But if you got people demanding more answers than you giving them, because if we got the same information that you have, well, if this don't make sense for what you just put in that file as case closed because it's suicide, or case closed because it's unknown, this evidence right here suggests something else, right? Did you look at this? Did you talk to this person? What did this person say? Did you check this area? Did you it's a way to force their hand. And in the process, it's a way for us to become more involved at the same time.
Absolutely.
So
the question that I have for you, and I'm just going to put this all in your lap, and I hope you understand.
Okay.
Because I respect you and what your place in our organization is. If we can organize so many people to come to a 2 times finesse event, why are we not doing this? Why are we not organizing to make a statement in the community for Mississippi and community as a state? Because we'll do that. We'll get together and we'll be like, oh, yeah, 2 times, that's our dog. You know what I'm saying? So why are we not doing this for this?
I'm on the same page with you. I feel like it's something that we need to do.
Yeah.
And before you can do this, though, you need to sit down and you need to have a strategy about how you're going to do it, why you're going to do it, and what result you're seeking as a result of it, right? And then you go about doing it. You start galvanizing and bringing in the people who gonna do what. This is what we gonna do. This we gonna rent this. We gonna go there. We gonna pull up here. We gonna get with such and such in this, right? It can be done. It's about willingness, right? It's about the willingness.
So who do we go to for guidance when it's in a different state than what we're in?
Man, you go to your counterparts in those states. This is what chain of commands are for, right? You have brothers and sisters that are in Mississippi who are involved in this, and they probably do need more boots on the ground and more help. So we need to be getting with them and surrounding states and finding the brothers and sisters who are available, right? Because everybody's not going to be able to go due to life, right? Something's going to be tugging at one way or another at the time we need them. But this is why those of us who are able to do these things that are not being tugged while other brothers are, we need to be available. If we can get 20, 25 people from Indiana, right, to pull up in Tennessee and get 15, 20 people from there.
Yes.
And then we can caravan from there to Mississippi. Well, we just created a 40 to 50 man caravan to assist brothers and sisters in Mississippi. And if they already got 40 or 50, well, hell, we got a nice fist.
Right.
Let alone going to the brothers and sisters in Chicago or in Michigan or in other parts of, you know what I'm saying? Like Ohio. I mean, this shit can be done. We just have to start networking with our people.
Agreed.
Hey, man, what you think about this? Because we don't know it all. You and I don't know it all.
Absolutely.
So if we just start brainstorming with other brothers and sisters of like mind, and we got a lot of like-minded brothers and sisters.
Yes.
But we be so caught up in our own little enclaves, right?
Yes.
That we be, life just be life.
Yeah.
But if we could reach out like, hey, Katrina, man, I'm thinking about this. Hey, I'm finna click over and get Sister Honey on the line. Honey, what you think about this? We talk about people who used to organizing.
Yes.
Who used to networking, who got Rolodexes. I don't know if people use them anymore. Who got
we do.
Who got contact lists that far expand mine and yours, right?
Absolutely.
And we can just start networking based off that. Hey, you think you could call 5 people and get them to come with us here? I could get 5, you could get 5, she could get shit. Before you know it, we can have 100, 200 people. Easily.
So we need to run it. Yeah. We need to run it.
Yeah, because at this right here, this shit needs attention.
Yes, absolutely.
And it also it gives us purpose, right? Purpose.
Say it again.
Because we proclaim our beliefs to be what they are, and I get it. But again, when you get the life in, sometimes, man, between work, sleep, personal time, right? Before you know it, weeks that went by, and this is all you've done. Work, sleep, go here and there, do the stuff around the house. 3, 4 weeks that went by, you've done nothing else.
Yeah, but that oath that we took, we're supposed to be working in our community.
We are. We are.
We sometimes I and because I'm new, I'm still trying to learn, across state lines and things like that, not to step on anyone's toes and things like that. But as a community, as a street organization, we should be able to come together and say, hey, this is what you're going to do. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I may be out of line.
No, man, listen.
Please put me in my place if I'm wrong. But we need to do that.
When you're talking about helping people, being productive, being a contribution to your household, your immediate environment, to another environment. Like I say, all the communities are interconnected anyway.
Yes.
So your community is my community. If I can assist you in yours in my time of need, maybe you can assist me in mine. Don't mean you have to. It just means like if I can assist you in yours and I'm able to, then God willing, I'm there, right? And if I should ever have a community in time of need in my area, and you can assist me, that's what this shit is, right? That's what this is about. Helping each other in times of need and coming together in times of when there's no need and celebrating each other, right? Yes. This is what we do. But right now, we talking about we are in a time of need. What's going on in Mississippi, and it's not just Mississippi though. Like down south, period. It's been a lot of shit going on. In Georgia, it was shit going on. Like the stuff was just floating around on the book from the case from I think a couple years ago when the little guy was rolled up in a gym mat.
Okay, yeah.
Right? He was rolled up in a fucking gym mat. Somebody did it to himself.
KJ, yep.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, come on.
And let's just talk about Jamarion Robinson, who is shot 76 times. And the police got off. First, they were indicted. And then I think it was a grand jury that said, yeah, they have that. What's it called when police, something immunity. I can't remember what it's called. where police get indicted and then they go back to the grand jury and they can be let go of whatever they were on. I don't want to speculate what you're trying to say, but it's some kind of immunity. I'll have to look it up again, but
yeah,
like what the heck? Qualified immunity. That's it. Thank you, Andrew. Yes, man, it's so much stuff going on in Atlanta too. Like we're such a vast street organization that wants to do right by the people and help the people. We should be able to stand up to all this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we right now, listen.
If we don't stand together, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You're right. I was going to say something along those lines. Go ahead.
Like if we don't stand together when one of our people dies or gets hurt under certain circumstances, then what exactly we doing as an organization? Seriously.
As an organization, as a people, right?
As a people,
but yeah, definitely as an organization. Again, if the way that we were viewed and in certain areas and for certain misrepresentatives, I've been one of those, right? The perception of us was spot on, right? It was spot on.
Are you talking about as a street organization?
Yes, I'm talking about I'm talking about as a misrepresentative of that organization.
Okay.
Because everybody don't honor the tenets that they are supposed to within these organizations. Right? Just like every police officer doesn't honor the law.
Exactly.
And every judge and prosecutor ain't on the up and up. So it's not, I'm not gonna make it seem like street organizations are the only ones who run afoul of what they're supposed to.
I love that.
Every doctor don't honor the Hippocratic oath. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. So this ain't just about vice lords, disciples, and stones, and whatever you are, right? But because I am a representative of this, I'm saying I've been a misrepresentative of this, acknowledging this. And as a member who's misrepresented before, I understand how they could put that kind of narrative out there that all these people are this, and this. Talking about that criminal element, right? Understood. But now, the same way you can put that out there for the bad, you got to sit here and acknowledge the good too. There are a lot of people who are represent these organizations who do swell, right? They do a lot of good. They've never done the things that I was out here doing and never thought about it, right? Mm-hmm. But you don't give them the acknowledgement. All I'm saying is we got them kind of people. I have become one of those kind of people.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And we can use that, man, to tap into the other brothers and sisters that are representing the way they supposed to and make some noise about this shit. Mm-hmm. Let's make some noise about this shit. So we can start reaching out and fielding ideas, because we can't do it alone and we don't have all the fucking answers. Mm-hmm. So that's not what we're saying. We know we don't have all the answers, but we are seeking assistance in the idea department and, direction. If you got a direction that's better than the one we're currently going, we are open to sitting down and brainstorming it.
Love it.
But we need to start networking about this, man, and making some noise about it, because this shit is crazy. Like
I love listening to podcasts. I love listening to YouTube. I don't even watch TV.
Right.
Like I either read it or listening on different podcasts and things like that. But at the same time, I don't know if that's 100%, but I know that I belong to a family that I know wants to do the best thing for our community. And that's not just Vice Lord, that's the east side of Indianapolis, you know what I mean? And we need to get on it. We need to stop just sitting back and watching this shit happen and not do nothing. Like again, Umar Johnson said, we need to take this shit to the streets, because that's what's going to get us the help that we need. And when I say that, I'm talking about Nolan Wells, for example. I just don't understand how an 18-year-old can go, and I don't want to put it on one type of perspective, but obviously they need help in Mississippi. They can't do it by themselves. And that's not to put anybody down or to, but we all need to come together and we need to do this shit, because we can come together for everything else. We need to be able to come together to help our brothers and sisters in Mississippi.
Yeah, I agree. Mississippi. When you think of Mississippi, even though like I've never been to Mississippi, right? Oh. Never. When I think of Mississippi, all I could think about are the stories my grandfather used to tell me, the stuff I've seen in movies, the things I've read in books, the video and tape I've seen, like of documentaries like Keep Your Eyes on the Prize.
Yes.
You remember that? Like that's stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I equate Mississippi and Alabama along the same, like they two sides of the same coin. Mm-hmm. Right. So when I be thinking about that, I'm always thinking about the things that went on Reconstruction era that I've read, because I wasn't there, obviously. Civil rights era. It just seems like what we're reading, it seems like it's foul play.
Absolutely.
Foul play.
Absolutely. And I would love to hear from somebody in Mississippi to like chime in on what we're talking about. And if we're wrong, tell us we're wrong. Ain't nothing. I mean, we take constructive criticism very well. But if it's that bullshit, we don't want to hear that.
Any criticism you give or you receive, man, it has to be with a sense of decorum. Like it gotta be some respect there. Like, hey man, look, I'm listening to y'all, but y'all wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And then when we ask you how so, you gotta be able to break it down. You can't just be like, yeah, y'all wrong, man. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like damn, all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck you too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think this show was needed.
Yeah.
It was really needed because, again, like I'm listening to all these things and I'm like, damn, what's going on in Mississippi? But at the same time, it's like I'm part of an organization that we need to be helping Mississippi. But
It's
just
not
put this out into the public. We're going to be doing something to help.
We need to start reaching out, man, and
Yes.
and just trying to figure out how we can go about creating the network and getting the people on the same page to do something that gets the result that we want. And we all have to sit down and map that out, right? We want to do this in order to get that. And how do we get where we need to in order to begin to do this? You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need to be. If we can get people to, if we can organize people, like we need to be able to organize them people in order to protect the very people we claim to be representing. Like as a vice lord, you representing an organization, a street organization, right?
And a community.
But you also represent the community from which you come. So everybody in my community ain't gonna run around here throwing up their right hand with the 5 finger spread, right?
You're right.
But nevertheless, them people in my community, you know, I represent them.
Yes.
Right. I'm gonna get out there with them like, damn, you need some help?
Yeah.
Oh, such and such a did what? You want me to go down there with you?
Yeah.
Right. So and that's the same thing for any community in which we come from.
Right.
We got a lot of brothers and sisters in Mississippi. So what's going on in Mississippi directly affects us.
Yes,
Directly
absolutely.
affecting them.
Absolutely. And guess what?
Mine and his and ours are vice lords. That's go.
And now that we are both nonprofit organizations,
oh yeah, say that again.
We can make this work.
Yes. We definitely got to make it work.
Yes. So
we still got some hoops to jump.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Before we can really start shaking and moving, but we are official. All right. We just got
not just Los at the forward. Because I never talked about us because it was after we did our show, but the Mrs. Struggle is also officially a 501c3.
That's right.
Yeah.
Straight
out of Champoni.
No, that's not what the nonprofit is done. That is not it.
But man, I'm so excited because we can use this to go down to Mississippi and do whatever we need to do to help them. And again, Omar Johnson said it best. We need to take this shit to the streets. Yeah, I don't know if you understand that, or if you even agree with that, Los. But for me,
I do.
I'm ready to take that shit to the streets. Let's get together a rally. Let's get together a protest with our brothers and sisters in Mississippi, and all y'all got to do is say, "Hey, Katrina, let's run it. I'm down."
Yeah,
straight up.
Even if you not see the attention is what's needed. See, it's a reason why, and I ain't gonna get too much into this because you know you're gonna get. I ain't really trying to create no controversy right now, but this is just the facts. Dr. King did what he did with the nonviolent movement, right? He got it from Gandhi, right? Yeah. Gandhi them did that, and when the British overreacted to a group of nonviolent people,
yes,
it put all the attention in the world on what was going on. So now Britain can do what they do in a closed vacuum and not have to deal with a consequence.
Right.
But once the whole world, the public eye, the world eye looks at you and see, damn, Katrina and Los, they just beat them and they weren't doing nothing but protesting, not peacefully, not violently. It's gonna make people start disassociating themselves with that type of activity. So Britain, going to Gandhi before I get to Dr. King, Gandhi forced Britain's hand by exposing to the world just how brutish they were. They were killing people who were chanting, who were praying, right? Because if they wouldn't move, or they wouldn't do what they wanted them to do, or they wouldn't stop peacefully protesting, and they were killing them. So the world's eye saw that, and they started applying their own pressure to Britain, which forced Britain to make some changes. That's what real pressure did. Dr. King adopted that. When they was marching through Alabama on that bridge, and they got beat, and they did not resist or fight back, it caused the world to see just how brutish white Americans were. You know what I'm saying? It showed the world what they were.
Let's talk about X.
What about us?
X.
Malcolm X. Malcolm X was nonviolent shit.
Right? Yeah, he was like.
But check this out. He was nonviolent. He just wasn't turning the other cheek.
Exactly.
Right? I'm coming palms up. I'll come in peace.
Yep.
But the minute you hit me, I'm hitting your ass back.
Absolutely.
I agree with that. If I come to you peacefully, then how I'm coming at you, I expect that in return.
Yes.
I'm going to talk to you as a man, as a woman. Yep. You do the same. And, you know, to the extent that you may yell, cool, that's mighty. But boy, don't you put your hands on me. Right? So I'm with that. So, but I understood why Dr. King did what he did, because what Dr. King did definitely was effective.
Mm-hmm. So, but I think what X did was also effective for that other part that didn't want to bow down to anybody. Even though it got them both killed in the eyes of the government, but at the same time, I don't know. I used to lean towards Martin, but
yeah, I don't even like to. So I don't like to separate them into leaning to or from. I've done that. I don't do that. I agree with both of them brothers, how they approached it. They did what they felt was necessary based off how they knew they were, right? If you know you are a certain way, then you can't be something you're not.
Right.
Also, you don't want to be responsible for creating, like I may be willing to deal with a consequence, but I don't want to take how I am and convince you that how I am is how you should be, even if you're in your heart of hearts, you know, this ain't for you, right? Yep. So you're going to follow me somewhere and get killed when I'm okay with it. But no, I'm not okay with having you removed from the board like that, or the domino effect that's going to have on your family, your friends. No. So Dr. King was looking at this like no different than Malcolm X. He was looking at the result he wanted. Malcolm X wanted the same result. Malcolm X just took a different path to get it.
Yes.
Right? I'm going to take a different path to get it. I'm going to sit out here and I'm going to eviscerate you motherfuckers on camera. Every time I get the mic in front of me, I'm going to break down the inhumane shit y'all doing to me and my people. Yep. And I'm also going to call my people out for not doing the shit they supposed to be doing to speed up force and change. That's what Malcolm X was doing. Dr. King was using his oratory skills, because he was a genius orator. He was using his oratory skills and the knowledge he had, deep reservoirs of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And he was using that to unite with different groups who empathized with the community, as well as dig into the community to get them to get behind that nonviolent movement. Listen, we can also use our buying power so they start protesting certain shit down there. We're not going to use y'all bus. You remember the bus boycotts?
Yeah.
Where they didn't ride the bus? That shit affected change. It's the small shit. You find out what you have an abundance of that will make an impact if you remove it, and it will definitely cause an effect that you want.
Los. Los.
Go ahead.
I feel like you're leaning a lot towards Martin.
No, I
Yeah,
just told you I ain't doing
I
no
understand what you're saying, but what I'm hearing is you're leaning a lot towards Martin.
No, I can't tell you what you hear because you hear whatever the hell you hear. I'm saying
I'm just telling you in my perspective of what I'm hearing is a lot of Martin.
Most people don't know a lot about Brother Martin or Brother X to be forming opinions about which way to lean, first off. So they form these shallow opinions about how they should lean one way or the other just based off what they immediately identify with.
So are you saying that I'm shallow with what?
No, I'm saying, see, look at you. You keep forming opinions.
I mean, that's what you just said.
That's not what I just said. I'm saying most people, and then I was finna continue until you interjected. So I'm saying most people do this without having a depth of knowledge about the people they forming opinions or affinities for or against.
You said that.
And as a result, I was trying to explain in depth about Brother Martin because most people I come across, they disagree with Dr. Martin Luther King's strategy.
Agreed.
Oh, I ain't turning no other. You don't know what the fuck you would have done if you was put in that situation.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody talk about what they would do if they was in a hypothetical situation.
Okay.
Man, yeah, you can't do that. You don't know that. You ain't walked a mile in that man's shoes. Dr. King was full of courage. Yeah. As far as Malcolm X go, again, I don't want to put leaning one way or the other. I am a student of Brother Shabazz. Like, yes, Malcolm X, I am not turning no other cheek. I'm sorry, I can't do it. If you put your hands on me, then you better be ready to fight. And God forbid, because I'm not going to stop until one of us is stopped. Yeah. So I don't want no smoke. Yeah. But I'm not going for you putting your hands on me. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm telling you from a perspective of a person that's sitting back and I'm not as knowledgeable as you guys are. You had years and years to read and to understand. But I'm telling you what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to feel like I'm saying that's your part is wrong and what you feel like is wrong or what I'm feeling is wrong.
Ain't no wrong. Ain't no wrong in that.
Exactly.
Yeah, ain't no wrong in that. That's why I said what I said about leaning one way or the other. I don't like to separate those two brothers into you leaning towards him and not towards him. No, if you lean, well, listen, if you agree with one and don't agree with the other, that's mighty. If you agree with both, that's mighty. I mean, I'm breaking down both parties and why I viewed them doing what they did and the effectiveness of what they did. See, Malcolm X was hitting the brothers on the corner and in the joint. Yes. Why? Because Malcolm X was a street nigga.
Yep.
In the beginning, he was a street nigga. He was hustling. He was out here in the drug game. He was the whole nine. When he went to the joint, it took him to go to the joint to get that perspective.
Yes.
That damn, I've been out here wasting my life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That damn, I've been blind to this, that, and the third.
Yes.
That, oh shit, this is what's going on. Mm-hmm. Right? And the whole time he was doing that, he was in them tombs, struggling.
Yes. Yes.
So when he got out, he went to what he knew and tried to impress upon them the shit that was impressed upon him. He just went to the people he was comfortable with, which is people like me and you. He went to a street motherfucker. Hey, brother, you out here doing this. That shit ain't gonna work. You need to be doing this.
Yeah.
Right? Police kick your ass. Y'all need to be getting together and kicking their ass back. This is how he coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he got a part of the nation, when he got a part of the Nation of Islam under Elijah Muhammad,
yep,
he got that juice and he started moving them brothers to that tune. That's how they was moving. You ain't gonna put your hands on one of them
and still moving.
Come the way they coming.
Yep.
Right. So that's what we identify with. Again, street nigga, right? Gang banger. Not an organization representative at the time. I'm a misrepresentative at the time. Right. That I'm getting my feet wet with Malcolm X. So I'm identifying with all that. I ain't going for none of this turn the other cheek shit. Right? But as I got older, I understood that nonviolence is not a passive act of resistance. It is not. It takes a different kind of courage and discipline to be able to sit there, push up somewhere with the understanding and the knowing that it's a great probability that you finna get your ass kicked by these people for showing up here demanding what you demanding, and yet you finna go there anyway and still make the demands you making. That's a different kind of courage, man.
Yeah.
And I give props to where they deserve. They earned that. Them young brothers and sisters that was doing the Woolworth sit-ins.
Yes.
College students. They knew they were finna get ridiculed and abused verbally and physically. And yet they went in there anyway. So they could press that point and make that statement on behalf of the generation that came behind them. People like me and you. So I admire it. I ain't saying I could have done it.
You're right.
But I admire it. I understand the effectiveness of it. I'm just not one of those. I cannot let you do that to me. That's all.
Right. It's 8:01 p.m. and I'm going to put you on the spot. You ready? Do you feel that there are white people that can actually be allies?
I do.
You do?
I do. I'm not going to be one of them dudes that tell you that there are a lot of them, because in my experience, I haven't come into a lot of them that identify with the things that I identify and the people I'm, messing with, identify with. But I do believe there are those out there who understand the oppressive conditions in which we live and why that exists, and that they are too oppressed, because if they understand that this is not just about the skin privilege that they are made to believe they have, right? They understand that this is a classist, system going on.
Yeah.
And they are in the class just with us.
Yes.
But the people that are in the top tier want people to be divided along these lines so they can continue to rape and pillage and do whatever they do on a global scale.
Right.
This shit deeper than America.
Yeah.
This shit deeper than Gary. This shit deeper than, Florida, right? This shit go deep. These people are playing with the globe like it's a fucking monopoly board.
Yep.
That's what they doing. And in order to do it, you got to keep a bunch of divisions so that people don't become aware that we all in the same goddamn boat.
Absolutely.
And start making a challenge towards those who got us in the same boat. It's really that simple. So I do know that there's some Europeans that understand.
I got to give you a high five, because I did not think that would be the answer that you gave me.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
Because I still have a hard time with, like, a lot of people look at me, they don't think I'm black or brown. But then to hear these people talking about, listen, I'm gonna tell you, when I knew that there was white people out there that actually loved us, it was when I first met Kwame. We were at Tampa. Somebody ran over an activist, and we went out to Hillsborough County Jail, and somebody, a leader, was like, I don't know the exact words, but it was like, white people adjust, and they surrounded us and made us feel like they surrounded us. Like the police couldn't get to us. Nobody could get, it was like, it was something I never, ever saw in my whole life. And that's when I was like, oh my God, it's white people that really want to protect us. And I'm gonna even go so far as to, when we did that, Kwame was talking to a police officer about my sister, and that police officer actually reached out to me like 2 hours later. And I was like, oh my God. I don't know if anybody has ever been in a rally or I was fucking amazed that these people actually like they.
So
I'm still amazed for them are surrounding us and making sure that those police didn't beat our asses. It was. I was looking on Kwame's old page, and I was trying to find the video where the white people were just like pounding on them, like let them out because they had arrested the person that was ran over that had nothing to do with it.
yeah, so it's a few things in that statement as far as being accepted for who you are. Europeans having that defense for us. Listen, you're gonna find Europeans, like I just said, they understand the complexity of what's going on, right? And they are admitted brothers of the same struggle as we are. And they're gonna rock with you because they know a lot of this shit is just wrong, right?
Yeah.
If it's wrong, it's wrong. And they also know that shit, the same thing that people are doing to us, they gonna do it to listen, it's a system thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. It's a class struggle, goddamn it.
Period. And once you understand that, it all becomes a bit clearer. You start seeing, okay, well, these Europeans ain't these motherfuckers right here. These are not my enemies, right? Yes. But I understand people that look like them represent the system in a different way.
Yes.
These motherfuckers my enemies, right?
Yeah.
But it's again, you can't just throw a blanket over all this shit. Again, this shit got nuances in it. So you got to be able to discern who's who, right? And on the flip side of that, we talking about being accepted as this or that. So I put a post up about being Puerto Rican and black. And I have made a little phrase. I'm African, right?
Because like that.
African is spelled
right.
African, right?
Yeah.
So I just separated it and capitalized the R and made it African. Like you should have seen the comments. It's like 30 something thousand views right now, and a few hundred comments, but people in there saying stuff like, what part of Africa you from? I'm saying, listen, bro, at the end of the day, when I say that, I'm talking about the African diaspora. It's obvious that our heritage comes from the fatherland or the motherland, whatever you want to call it. That is a continent that we acknowledge now is being called Africa, because that's not the natural name of it. Right. We acknowledge it as being Africa now. Right. Okay. And Puerto Ricans are a combination of 2 or 3 things that's from this particular end. Right. You can talk about the Arawak or the Taino. Right. The Arawak or the Taino, these are the indigenous tribes. Right. The Spaniards and the Africans. It's going to be 2 or 3, any combination thereof, from that particular island that constitutes what a Puerto Rican is. Yeah. So when I say I'm African, this is what I'm telling you. And I'm not picking one or the other. See, I made that post because if people were in my inbox asking me, well, are you Puerto Rican or are you black? And I was getting dozens of this. Surprisingly, blew me. What? Are you Puerto Rican or you black? You black? You Puerto Rican? You look Puerto Rican. No, you look black. You right? So this is stuff I'm getting. What? So I put the post up. I'm not one or the other. Right. I'm everything my DNA tells me I am. Man. Right? So I'm all the above. And this is what all the above encompasses. There's going to be some European in me, right? Look at my skin. It's going to tell you that, right? There's going to be some indigenous down the line, and there's going to be some African in me. Yes. And I can't pinpoint what particular tribe or what particular section, because I haven't had a DNA or genealogy test done. But that's the gist of it. So that's the next thing. We don't get that for you. And on the flip side of that conversation, I'll tell them, because I'm these things, right? I identify with the culture that I was raised in, right? And what is that? You're talking about the urban Black culture. right? You're talking about the hip hop culture. This is the culture I identify with. So this is the segment of society I identify with, right? So when you start talking about what are you, that is not just we're not talking about nationality, right? I'm not running around talking about, oh yeah, I'm American. Well, fuck, America got all type of different peoples in it. That's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm talking about DNA wise. This is what I am. Culturally, this is who I identify with.
Okay.
Right. So I was breaking that shit down in the comments to certain people, which is
I love that.
And as a result, because I identify with this, what's going on in Mississippi now before a circle. This shit affects me because those people are part of who I identify with.
Yes, I love that. That's going to be our next show.
Which one?
Because I'm going to tell you right now, my kids are Mexican, white, and black. And my girls, they was fighting all. Okay. We'll go into that later. But I think that's a great next show.
Okay. Well, on that note,
what do we call it?
What? The name of the show?
Yeah.
We can figure that out later because it's next week.
Yeah, because you will always want to get off. It's 8:11. Peace and love.
Peace and love, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Looking forward to comments and feedback and ideas because we definitely need to figure out how to network.
Absolutely. We're going to work this out. We're going to get down to Mississippi, all of us together.
All right. We out, y'all.
Love.